Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right. Shalom and good morning. Boaz here. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk about the changing of names. And just some history behind it when it comes to the Hebrew culture, and why is it that, and I've noticed this, and it's very entertaining to me because, listen here, I'm trained in the art of spiritual warfare. I've been trained by the best of the best. So I understand exactly what's going on in the spirit when people do it. But uh, as we know, we are moving forward and we're attempting to restore our Hebrew culture. And one of the things that has been taking place is that people are giving up their Gentile names and restoring it with their Hebrew names. Now, Hebrew names mean something, okay? There's a meaning behind every single Hebrew name. And what people are doing is they're saying they're forgetting their Gentile names, whether it's Sam or Robert or John or Jane or Randy, and they're referring in there, and now they're referring to, and others referring to them as now as Hezekiah or Nehemiah or Jeremiah or any one of the biblical names in which they admire. Okay, this is happening, and people receive these names. I see it all the time. I don't care what ministry I've been come across, what flavor of Hebrew Israelites ism it. It's happening across the board, and I think that is a good thing. And so me personally, my Hebrew or my Gentile name, which my father or my mother did not give me. That is a very important key right there. I was not named Randy by my father or my mother. As a matter of fact, I didn't even meet my father or until I was in my 30s. Okay, and there's a whole lot of backstory, but the idea is that you move forward, right? And this is why I always love the idea of having elders and hoary-headed men that has taken me under their wing and is received me as their father or as their son. As in a perfect example, the last great father figure that I've had in my life was Dad Dow, Pastor Charles Dow's father. He received me as his son. And up until his last days, he always used to say, "You're still my son." But what we're having here today is we're having this challenge in the spirit of men. And again, as we know, people have a right to change their name. Is this not? If somebody want to be called shithead, would you call them shithead? Well, if they want to be called shithead, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you would honor and respect them. And I wouldn't, hey, man, because it induces a certain degree of disrespect. But hey, a person want to be called what they want to be called. Let them be called that. What could possibly be the issue with calling somebody that is walking in faith and walking in truth, to acknowledge them by the Hebrew name in which they have selected? Now, again, as I've stated, there are many Israelite brothers that go by Hebraic names as opposed to their old Gentile names. And some have taken it just as far as going and changing their birth certificates, getting a name change. You can do that in this country. You can go ahead and you can submit a name change, and it is received. And this government and people will receive you by that name change. Okay? So what's the issue with someone who went by a Gentile name, which was not given to me by my father or my mother, to change his name to Boaz? Let me tell you what's going on. You got to understand, Boaz, or the term Boaz, or the name Boaz, is a very powerful name. because it invokes, not only does it have a Hebraic meaning, but I'm going to tell you what it invokes in people. See, Boaz, as we know, in this day and age, women all the time say, I want my modern day Boaz. I want my modern day Boaz. Where's the modern day Boaz, right? Because it invokes a man that is stable, is a leader, is strong in spirit. It invokes the idea that this is a capable man, that this man is a leader. He handles business and he stands on business. It invokes a man that is a responsible man, a man that can get shit done, a man that is a mover and shaker. See, everybody wants a Boaz, right? Right? Everybody wants a Boaz. Nobody, because we know that it invokes, even though it has a Hebraic meaning. And what I want you to do is I want you to look it up, but I want to tell you from a perspective of modern day and what it invokes. We know the story of Boaz and Ruth. We understand the story, okay? Now, again, the problem that people are having in the spirit is that if you start calling me Boaz, then what is everybody else going to think? What are you going to think? What's your wife going to think? Because, see, are you a Boaz? Do you represent a hard-working, capable man that can get out there and get it done? A man that can lead and guide? A man that can produce and get shit done? A man of honor and integrity? And I back it up and I prove it through the mannerism of my lifestyle. And I challenge any preacher, teacher, pastor, elder, deacon, bishop to prove me wrong. You see, obviously I'm a bold man. Obviously I'm a very confident man. But not only am I these things, but I can back it up with action. And this is what people fear. This is what people have the challenge with. Because if I name my name, or if I named my name Joe Abiram or Ahab or Asa or any other of these Hebrew names, it wouldn't be a problem. Wouldn't be a problem at all. But because I chose Boaz, it's an issue. So I know exactly what's going on in the spirit with these people. You know what it is? Envy and fear. That's exactly what's going on. Because, see, why would you have a problem acknowledging a person by his name, by the name that he wants to go by? Why would that be an issue? Why would that be a problem? Think about it. Think about it. Again, I know many men in the faith that has changed their name. Many women in the faith that have changed, or in the faith, I would say it like that, have changed their name. But when you look at them, they don't even damn live up to the damn lifestyle. They don't even live up to the damn name. You got a whole bunch of damn Jezebels around here calling themselves Sarah. It's a shame. Jezebel whores calling themselves Hebraic names. And they ain't worth shit when you look at the mannerism of their lifestyle. It's a maiden, isn't it? So this is why you have people that take issue and won't acknowledge me by Boaz, because it invokes a spirit in them. Because then they got to acknowledge me, and it's a very powerful name. Watch out for these people, because this is what's operating in the spirit. Now I'm going to ask you, is it immoral, illegal, or unethical for a man to change his name? Is it? Is it? And should a man be acknowledged by the name that he's chosen for himself? Being that not only he's come into the knowledge of the truth, but lives it also. Shalom. Boaz here. Yeah. Get it, get it.